You know, we throw the word love around for everything, don't we? We love pizza, we love a good movie, we love our families. It's this universal concept. But what if there's a kind of love that's less about a feeling and way more about doing? A love that's tough, selfless, and maybe even totally transformative. Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today, right? We usually think of love as this emotion that just happens to us. It comes and goes. We fall in and out of it. But what if the most powerful form of love isn't an emotion at all? What if it's a conscious choice you make every single day, a deliberate action? What if it asks for a whole lot more from us than we realize? I just love this metaphor from one of our sources. It describes the specific kind of love as fervent, or get this, stretchable. Think about it, like a rubber band being pulled right to its limit. It's a love that can handle a ton of strain without snapping. It's resilient, it's demanding, and as you're about to see, it is incredibly powerful. So this resilient, action-first kind of love, it actually has a name, agape. Let's break down what that really means. Here's the textbook definition. Agape is a selfless, unconditional, and voluntary loving kindness. The key words there are unconditional and voluntary. It's not about what you're getting out of it. It's completely about what you choose to give. It's a conscious decision to care for others, no strings attached. And this is what makes it so different. So much of what we call love is transactional, right? A give and take. It's based on getting something back. Agape just flips that whole script. It's a choice to serve, an action you take whether you feel like it or not, and without expecting anything in return. Okay, so this all sounds like a pretty big ideal. How does it actually play out in the real world? Well, one really fascinating example comes from the field of nursing, where agape has been built into a whole professional model for patient care. So this is the agape model. It's a framework designed to connect a nurse's personal beliefs directly to how they practice their profession. The core idea here is that nursing isn't just a job, it's a calling to serve. The model is actually built around this handy mnemonic, Agape. It outlines a personal journey that starts with a foundation of belief, then moves into continuous growth, both spiritually and professionally. And then it's about anticipating guidance, using prayer, and finally actually embodying certain key virtues. And this is where it gets really interesting because the model redefines the absolute basics of care. So a patient isn't just a medical chart, they're seen as a person created in the imago Dei, the image of God. Health isn't just the absence of sickness, it's shalom, which means a complete holistic well-being. So nursing then becomes this act of demonstrating agape love in a really practical way. I just think this quote from the source material nails it. It really captures the spirit of the model. The idea is the caregiver isn't the source of the love. They're a reflection, a mirror. Their actions are meant to point to something or someone much bigger. Okay, so that's how agape can shape a one-on-one professional dynamic. But what happens when you scale that idea up? What does this kind of selfless love look like, not just between two people, but between entire communities, especially communities that have totally different beliefs? Just listen to how this flips the script on interfaith dialogue. It's not about winning a debate or proving your side is the right one. Instead, agape here means you see your own beliefs as a gift to be shared, while also being open and ready to receive the gifts that another tradition has to offer. It's a two-way street. So how does that actually play out? The principles here are pretty amazing. Just look at the emphasis. Listening, sharing, conversing, learning. The goal isn't conversion, it's conversation. It's about finding that common ground so you can work together for the good of everyone. All right, so we've gone from the professional level to the community level. Now let's bring it all the way down to the most personal level. If agape is this choice, this action, what does it actually look like in a person's day-to-day character? So this kind of love isn't something you can just force yourself to have through sheer willpower. The idea is that it's the natural result of a deep spiritual change, a transformation that leads to some very specific, observable qualities in a person's life. And here they are, these 9 attributes known as the fruit of the Spirit. You see things like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness. But here's the key. According to this worldview, these aren't a to-do list you try to check off. They're the tangible evidence of agape at work, the natural outcome of a life being changed from the inside out. So we've looked at agape in professions, in communities, and in our personal lives. What's the one big idea, the single thread that ties all of this together? And this is it, right here. This is the bottom line. Whether it's a nurse with a patient, a group engaged in interfaith dialogue, or just an individual trying to be more patient with their family, agape love is consistently shown as a vocation, a fundamental calling to put others first and to serve. And that leaves us with a question that really goes beyond any single belief system. This idea of a selfless, action-based love is a challenge for all of us. It asks every single one of us, no matter what we believe or where we come from, what are our unique gifts and how are we using them to serve other people?